Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J.O.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
We's in the building. Say what's up. We said,
what it do? What it do? What it do?
Coach Lock in the building. Say what's up, Cal.
What's happening, fellas?
What's up, fellas? Everybody all right?
Yeah, boy. Made it to the weekend again. COVID-free.
COVID. Hey.
That's the key.
You better know it, man. Episode 339. Jeff, we jumping in the time machine, man. The NBA, man, analyzing our picks as the best NBA player during their era, starting with the 1990s, and who will receive the torch as the greatest player in the world coming into 2020.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Better than believe.
Let's kick it off, man. Best of the week, Coach Lock. What you got?
Man, my best of the week, man. Shout out to my boy Bobby Bowden, man. You know, he came down with COVID, but he's back home recovering from the COVID. So shout out to the former Florida State coach, great Bobby Bowden, man. He's getting healthy, man. So shout out to him.
The reason that Florida State isn't FAU is because of Bobby Bowden. Shout out to Bobby Bowden, man. One of my favorite coaches of all time, for sure.
That's big of you to say, Jay.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm not no hating ass dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Dope. Winky the Warg, man, was special, dog. Winky the Warg was special. One of my favorite connections, for sure. Jeff, what you got? Best of the week, man.
Big fight this weekend. Lomachenko versus Lopez for the lightweight belt unification. This has got a Floyd Canelo feel to it from back in the day. This big business right here, fellas. Did you want some fireworks? You want to see a fight? Tune in tomorrow, man. It's gonna be big business.
Pay-per-view, HBO, Showtime. Which one?
ESPN, coach.
Oh, that's even better.
ESPN, 7 p.m.
Look at that, man. Check that out. Weezy, what you got, buddy?
Oh, my best of the week is my boys put out a big win this week, man. We was off 16 days. They counted us out, and we took care of business. Tighten up.
Hey, I can dig that now for sure. That's something to brag about for sure. My best of the week is Alex Smith, man. He played in his first NFL game in 693 days. He hadn't even had contact in practice since he returned, man. So to see him out there playing was extremely tough to watch. It was rough to watch, but I'm happy for him to see where he came from with that injury and to see that big-ass brace that he would have to play in to protect his leg, man. Man, he gets all the kudos. Comeback player of the year. I hope he wins it for sure, man. Most definitely.
They wasn't taking it easy on him.
Hell no, man. They had 8 sacks on it.
Nah. They said, hey, you out here?
Yeah.
You free man.
Man, that boy.
We're going to make sure your therapy was all right. We're going to test it out.
Man, Aaron Donald was 10 off, dog. For sure. Worst of the week, Jeff. What you got?
Worst of the week. Shout out to the Titans, man. They got a great win over my Buffalo Bills. Great win. Tennessee Titans fans, man. Y'all are bad people. Y'all are some horrible people. You know who you are. You're 39 years old. You're calling my phone telling me that Ryan Tannehill is the best quarterback in the NFL. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to put you out there like that.
They were just excited, Jeff. He's just excited.
No. He doubled down Thursday. He doubled down Thursday and said it again. Nah. He know who I'm talking to. 39 years old, man. Get it together. You better than that. And also Ryan Tannehill, how he acted like they was the Titans against the world. Y'all the ones that had COVID, not everybody else. Y'all the ones not going by the rules. Great win, though. Great signature win by the team. Your fans are trash, though.
Wow.
Not you, man. Right. Not you, Easy.
Yeah, all right. Yo, air out your grievances, man. I'm airing out my grievances in this worst of the week segment, my damn self. Weezy, what you got, brother?
My worst of the week is my quarterback, man. He almost messed his whole leg up and celebrating the other day. I know we winning. It's just calm down. We need you. He doesn't move all the time, so he didn't stick the landing this time.
It did look a little awkward though, didn't it?
Yeah. I said, he gonna break his damn Achilles. It's toward his Achilles.
Yeah, there you go.
You can break that motherfucker too. Coach, what you got, man? Worst of the week.
Man, my worst of the weekend, man, is the NBA is over, man. Ain't no more bubble. You know, it's gone. I know they happy to get home, and I can't blame for that, especially the Heat and the Lakers shot to them. They went in the bubble longer than anybody because they made it to the finals. And I understand, but, you know, I'm going to miss basketball. And they talking about we might not get it back till February.
Jeff called that too.
Sure did. Sure did. So, yeah, that's my worst of the week.
For sure. My worst week is very similar to Jeff, man. It is LeBron James fans, not Lakers fans. I'm happy for the Lakers fans. They have class. It's the LeBron James fans. I had LeBron fans call me with nothing but pleasantries coming into the season with Anthony Davis. It was officially a Kobe fan and LeBron fan truce, right? Then, especially after Kobe passed away tragically, it was, hey, LeBron, let's get this one for Kobe, dog. So it was all positive energy headed towards the Lakers' way. That was the mantra. Then you go throughout the bubble. It was even a Kobe clip that LeBron fans were calling me with, talking about the job's not finished. Kobe created that line. LeBron used it throughout the bubble for sure. Anyways, they were up 3-1, and I came on the show proclaiming that the season was indeed done, rooting for the Lakers to win because of the truce that I had signed with LeBron fans. Then they win, and LeBron fans called me with so much disrespect. I don't know, maybe it was because of Florida loss and they was channeling energy that way, but one fan in particular, and I might let him go and not say his name. Nah, his name's Sean Washington. He called me and said that LeBron, literally, ring. What up, Wash? What you doing, buddy? Kobe will always be third. He'll always be third. He'll never be number 1 or 2. He'll always be third. I said, oh my, I was not from Wash. This is a great, outstanding gentleman. One of my, Coach Locke, for sure, is my best friend in the world. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got too many friends. Listen, but Wash, man, listen, a great human being, dog. Called me very disrespectful, man. And didn't deny it either. Doubled down. So I declare to all LeBron fans, y'all got us rooting. We gave us your positive juju. That shit is out the door now. It's forever beef. No good will come to LeBron James as long as LeBron fans are there with the Lakers. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, but the beef is strong, Sean Washington. Hassan Rashid, the beef is strong.
He dropped
I heard you had a phone call about the Florida Gators too.
Full government names.
Full government.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's Hassan Rashid. And he's just ignorant. He's an ignorant asshole.
Let's move on.
So, y'all make sure y'all check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. How do you do that? Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. After you do that, make sure you check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee every Wednesday. The latest issue is up, the favorite album covers episode. What are you guys' favorite album covers? Just give one from the past.
I have them all behind me. These are the 30 best albums of our generation. If I had to pick one that's my favorite, is Nas Illmatic, for sure.
Yeah. Not mad at that.
Yep.
Not mad at that. If I had to pick just one.
Want me to move?
It's one of those. It's definitely one of those.
Yep.
Nah, it's not up there. It would be... Yeah, nah, it's that one. The Blueprint 1. Yeah, it's probably Blueprint 1. Simple, calm, but said everything you need to say because the album was coming. Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Weezy, Drake, nothing was the same.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I'll probably go with Kanye West, Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Look at that.
Not bad.
Look at that, Weezy.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And that the Pablo one was good too.
Yeah.
Pablo.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, for sure. That's one with Kim Kardashian's ass on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had a meaning to it, though. It had a meaning to it. If you look at the fight, it had a meaning to it.
All right. What you got, Lot?
It's not on the board. And I ain't gonna say it's my favorite, but it's one of the ones I like. Was the I think it was the Kingdom Come album. It was like a hologram where he had the hat.
Yeah.
When you turned it, he had the hat off, and then he turned, he had the hat on. That was kind of dope.
It's dope, man, for sure. Yeah, they hated on Nas, man. That Nas Illmatic album. I mean, that set the precedent for sure. Shout out to the guys at On Deck, man. For sure, that was a great episode. Fresher than your average, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown, man. Self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. We have an FTYA IG Live, FTYA Friday available all throughout YouTube and on the IG page directly for the culture. Wear your kicks, man. Cop responsibly. And also, big unveil, Realville Family Patreon page. You can start supporting the team. October the 18th, man. Patreon will feature Full Sport Press, of course. On Deck TV, of course. Fresher Than Your Average, of course, and much, much more, man. October the 18th, pull up, spend with us, support us, and also support the real, man. And more importantly, stay away from friends. I'm still mad about that. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let it go.
I can't even cop responsibly, man. Jesus.
Yes, the hell you can. You cop responsibly all of 2019, brother.
We're not in 2019 no more.
Yeah, brother, I'm trying to tell you. I ain't cop responsibly since 2017. So
I ain't never cop responsibly.
Exactly. Yeah, so be happy. Jeff.
Yes.
You are up. You got 10 good wrestling seconds, man. Let's hit the button.
Oh, yeah. All right. So the draft was last week, man. Quick rundown. The biggest story to come out of the draft is the New Day was split up. Man. If you know who the New Day is, it's Kofi Kingston, it's Big E, and it's my man with the PhD, Mr. Up, Down, Down himself on YouTube. I can't think of my guy's name, but y'all know what I'm talking about with the afro. They were split up, and no one saw it coming. They were the most successful tag team in the world. Apparently, it's for the good. They're splitting the team up, putting Kofi on Raw and giving Big E his shot to do a solo career again. So hopefully it works out for him. But definitely was a sad day in the wrestling community. Oh, real quick, got another question from last week. Nick is on a roll. So the question this week is the exact reversal of what we asked last week. What wrestling theme would you play that might ruin the moment?
Hey.
Probably Val Venus. Hello, ladies.
Hey, welcome to the big show. Could also ruin.
Could also ruin
it too. Yeah,
true.
For sure. Yeah,
true.
For sure. Yeah.
Coach, like, what you got?
Man, shit.
The Undertaker.
I was gonna say Undertaker. Gotta be Undertaker. Gotta be Undertaker.
I definitely picked the Ultimate Warrior because I wasn't gonna be there for a long time. You know, we just have it again. So that's where we at. Make sure y'all tune in, man. Each and every Thursday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. 808s and chest shots we dropping. Remember, you might not like wrestling, but your auntie love it, man. Trust me.
Damn, that's funny as hell. Tweet us with questions throughout the week, man. At Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started with the first half, Wheezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do. This week's award recipient is Orlando Magic's player, Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, for sure. He played forward. His name is Aaron Gordon, man. Athletes can have it bad enough when random women try to expose them, right? But some of them, as of late, Jamal Murray, not going to go into that, expose themselves when they post stuff online. Aaron Gordon is the latest of these victims. The Orlando Magic forward recently took to his Instagram story to show off his sexy girlfriend in her outfit. What he didn't realize, instead of actually looking at the pic before he pressed send, he posted a pic that accidentally showed off her nipple to billions of Instagram people. Come on, AG. Proofread the pic before you hit send. Yeah. Everybody just saw your queen's nipple, man. Congratulations. You played yourself.
How do you post that?
You ain't genuine, brother. You're not anxious.
This is the thing. If you ever post anything in the story part, it can get tricky. especially if it's something that you recently took the picture of. Sleight of hand, and if you got 2-3 million followers, they check your shit periodically.
It's quick. All it takes is one quick screenshot.
Screenshots quick.
Done.
Yeah, screenshots are quick.
Done.
It gives me the creeps. Even thinking about that, I don't want to mess up like that.
Gotta protect the queen, man.
For sure. Now, here's another thing. Years ago, we had a show called Man Law, right? And there is a man law that also states you don't need to be taking a picture of anything that you feel unquestionable about. So if that's a John Brown pick that you're speaking of, not saying any names, listen, hey man,
don't do it.
Just
say no.
Just say no to John Browns, dude.
You gotta keep it John Brown. Keep it John Brown to yourself.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Please.
Or keep it on when you playing the big show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Let's move on, man.
But keep it out of your photos, though.
Keep it out of your photos, though, for sure. Weezy, how you getting at the Aaron Gordon, man?
We're gonna get that prime, man.
You better. Oh, for sure. Hey, keep the John Browns to yourself.
Keep the John Browns to yourself.
You guys ready to get started the first half?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Locke, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
Same place, man. Twitter and IG. Locke_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Yeah. What about you, Weezy?
I'm FSP_Weezy on IG, and I'm at How Weezy on Twitter.
There you are. Holla at you. Jeff, who you at, franchise?
J Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Damn right. You're damn right. And I'm J Hove on Instagram and Twitter. Have a conversation with me on Twitter, man. Let's talk about it, man. What do we talk about on Twitter this week? Oh, most disappointing R&B people.
Follow up.
Yeah, trajectory of R&B people. I said it was Carl Thomas. After Emotional, went all downhill.
That's kind of hard to top, though.
Yeah, that's the best of the best.
The bar real high with that first album.
I had some good. Somebody said
Mario Winans,
but it was a song. It wasn't a project though.
Donnell Jones.
He had 2 on that album.
Donnell Jones had some shit after that. It wasn't as good as Where I Want to Be.
Exactly. Because Carl Thomas had some shit after that. It just wasn't.
No,
Emotional is a top 5 R&B album, dog.
Carl Thomas ain't had nothing like that.
At least Donnell Jones had some shit. You know what somebody said? And then we'll get to what we actually here for, sports.
What?
Case.
I was just about to say Case.
Yeah.
I honestly was just about to say Case.
Case got some shit.
Case had some shit.
Yeah,
Case had some shit. Shout out to Case.
I got one.
If we're
one more. Yeah.
If we're gonna go
Jay Holiday.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
Jay Holiday.
One song, Jay Holiday let us down.
Well, no, but that record was straight. But was it better than Emotional?
Nah, nothing's beating there right now. Nothing. Nah.
You know who's looking like that, going that trajectory? Tiller.
The second album, the third album was okay. The one that just dropped this last time was okay. This last one was okay. This saved him.
I don't know, Joe.
I'm be real.
That Trap Soul is so fire. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But
we are here for sports.
True enough.
So Weezy, you are up. You have a 3 and out, right?
I do.
Yeah, man. Let's kick it off, man. You up.
All right. This week's 3 and out. I asked for 5, coach, but they gave me 3. But let's see how it goes this week. The first one. We're talking about rookies. All right. Chase Claypool, man, from the Pittsburgh Steelers had a game. I think he did some. We might not ever see it again. It's gonna be a long time before we see it again. Only 7 receptions, only 7 catches for 115 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't think we'll see that too many times. Number 2, another rookie, Patrick Queen. He took one to the house for. He took one for the house for your Ravens. 50-yard touchdown, fumble return. Number 2, we're going to the vets now. Malcolm Butler had 2 interceptions on Tuesday night. He looked good. He said call him Mr. Tuesday. He said call him Mr. Tuesday night.
He helped prove my point. Yeah, I'm with him.
Hey, Jeff, anytime it's Mr. or somebody giving themselves their own moniker,
You know,
Because 2 weeks ago, he was getting his ass kicked by Justin Jefferson, who's a rookie. He didn't play number 3 games, but my bad. Keep going with
cooked it.
And then we also going with Russell Wilson, man, on a comeback win for 80-yard drive with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go with no time, with 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Was that a good drive by Russell Wilson or a bad call by the coach?
Zimmer. That might got Mike Zimmer fired. Mike Zimmer fired.
Bad call. You know Russell Wilson is going to drive the field.
Yeah.
But even if he drives the field and scores a touchdown, they still got to get a 2-point conversion, which they didn't get when they went for it, which they didn't need it, but they went for it and they didn't get it. So if you kick the field goal, you still win the game. That was a bad call. Bad call.
All right. At number 3, Deshaun Watson's back, baby. 25 for 35, 359 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Deshaun Watson's back. And the last one, Derrick Henry stiff arm for the play that didn't count. But it was a bad boy stiff arm, man. Shout out to Derrick Henry.
You snuck in about 5 on that, Weezy. I counted about 6. Yeah, you snuck in some shit in there, man. We're going to edit that shit. We're going to get that shit up out of there. I know what you're going to do. Talking about 5 1. Yeah, I saw that shit. I'm on through your shit, boy. You can tell you from North Nashville, man. Boy,
hold up, cuz. Hold up now. Wait a minute.
Get him locked.
We can do that now. Wait a minute now. Hold on now.
Hey, listen, you don't want to be from that side of North Nashville, bro. Ain't nothing over there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, come on over there.
Ain't nothing over there. Nothing over there. But never mind. I was about to woo. Your
hood ain't even standing no more. Your hood ain't.
You're damn right. Jeff, hey Jeff, we got the hottest hood in the city. Our shit is flourishing. You put a quart out there, you might reach it. You go back.
Man, you can leave the doors
$2 bill out there.
You can leave the doors unlocked over there now.
Hey, you're right. Look what I'm trying to tell you. Since the year of 1985, when you get off the exit Wedgwood, you're smelling bread.
Oh, shit.
Don't ever forget that. You smelling bread company, baby.
That bread gone. That bread gone.
Been gone.
No bread there? Are the bread there? Are the bread there?
He's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You need anything, you come to South Nashville. Jeff,
let's do it.
FSP Fantasy Football Breakdown, man. Let's start it off.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I was able to sneak out a win. I'm going to start off with myself this week. I'm 3-2 going against the Diplomats, who are 1-4. Shout out to Cam. Cam is projected to win this one easily because I don't have a quarterback at the moment because Matt Ryan and the Falcons are closed for business, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to figure it out, though. Moving on.
They're going to play.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a little risky, but we'll see. Up next, we got the preseason champ. Shout out to Shane against Big Draco. Shout out to Chaz. Chaz is 3-2, and preseason champ is 2-3. Big Draco is projected to win this one by 12. Moving on, we got the 5-0 Kanye 2024. Oh boy, AB. Shout out to AB. Against the 1-4 Coach's Corner. Their one win coming off of me. Shout out to Coach Wayman. Coach Wayman is projected to win that game by 2 points. It's going to be a close one, apparently. A Royale with the Cheese at 4-1. One time for Twin. Going up against Now Watch God. Still the best name in the league. Shout out to Sean Wash, even though he caught some strays earlier. But
with no strays, them straight shots. With no strays.
Oh.
Okay.
A Royale with the Cheese is projected to win that one by, it looks like 12 at the moment. 12 is the number, I guess. Show me them titties. And shout out to him, man. He got to learn a little fantasy football etiquette, but we're going to keep that off the show, though. Shout out to him. He's 2-3 right now. Going up against You Choose a Side. It was 1-4. It's going to be a barn burner. Both teams need a win right now. It's a 4-point slide either way on the projections. We'll see who pulls that one out. Pause. And then last, we got Vandalay International. One time for Reagan at 1-4. I think he's actually changing his lineup this week, so good for him. Against TB12 Memory Loss. Shout out to D. Harris at 4-1. D. Harris projected to win that one by 16. So we'll see. And that is your week 6 fantasy football update.
See, that's why I don't play that shit. All that unvariables, people not playing at the last minute because of COVID. You can't control that shit. That's why I don't play that shit right there.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'm cold.
You ain't got to worry about it. He convinced me my ass is out of there next year. You hear
me? Oh, shit. All right, fellas. Well, let's keep it in the NFL. The Atlanta Falcons coach Dan Quinn and general manager Thomas Dimitroff, who saw their team start 0-5 for the first time since 1997 after a Sunday loss to the Carolina Panthers, have been fired. Team president Richard McKay will assume day-to-day oversight of football operations in the interim, and defensive coordinator Jeff's guy, Raheem Morris, will take over as head coach. My question, was this firing fair or foul?
The firing was fair. It wasn't foul because the Falcons just haven't been playing up to the level. It was fair. It's been brewing for me. I think the reason why people think it's fouls now because they waited so long to do it. That's why people think it's foul, but it's definitely fair.
They might have waited two weeks too late. This was, I mean, I'll say it. I'll remind people of my shortcomings. I picked this team to win the NFC South. They have the talent to do it. You know what I mean? But to lose the games the way they've been losing and compared and then coming off of, what they did last year, yeah, this might have been 2 weeks too late.
This is definitely fair, man. It goes back to the 2017 Super Bowl loss. They were up 28-3 against the Patriots. It's the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history. Then the next 2 years, they finished 7-9. It's definitely fair. Like Weezy mentioned, it should have happened at the end of the 2019 season, man, because they ain't making the playoffs. So they're only one of 3 NFL teams right now without a win. So it definitely was fair.
Yeah, for sure. Fair for sure. It was time. I think Dan Quinn had lost the locker room after that Cowboys loss. They were ravaged with secondary issues as far as injuries, though. But the coaching, which was the reason why they were fired, they were abysmal, man. I think they give this job to Josh McDaniels. I don't want Eric Bieniemy to go there. I think I need him to go to Houston with Deshaun Watson to kind of get that offense and show the world he was actually making those plays for Big Red and also Patrick Mahomes. But I like Josh McDaniels there, letting him start fresh, probably with a new quarterback. The aging Julio Jones, maybe trade him, but you have Kevin Ridley. The thing is, if you can't beat a team, they couldn't beat the good guy in Josh McDaniels because it was 28-3, just like Coach mentioned in 2017 in the Super Bowl. He was the reason behind that. Can't beat them, man. You got to have them join you for sure.
We're going to keep it in the NFL. After reportedly trying to trade Le'Veon Bell, the Jets have gave up on the expensively acquired running back. They let him go. Now, they're still on the books to pay Bell $2.5 million bonus Thursday and a prorated remainder of his base salary, which amounts to $6 million. Any team that wants him can do so for the league minimum. He sat out all of 2018 in a contract dispute and hadn't really done anything since 2019. So Le'Veon Bell is signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is this a good place for him to go?
Go ahead, Weezy. Go ahead.
I think so. I think it's almost like hitting the lottery for him. I think so. He went from worst to first pretty much. So yeah, I think so. People saying that he ain't got much left in the tank, but he didn't come up with any major injury or anything. He just fell out with the organization at Pittsburgh, and the Jets did him a blessing. And he's just 28 years old. I think he's gonna find some good energy and bounce back with the damn, I can't think of the damn that team now. With the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree, man. I don't think it's glue gun season, as we say here on FSP. I don't think it's that yet. I do think he has a couple of good years left, and what better situation to go to than Kansas City with their offensive firepower they have, and just give Patrick Mahomes yet another weapon, to have at his disposal. But one thing about the Jets, man, they have definitely drawn a line in the sand, and they're signing with Adam Gase, and I don't know if that's the right choice, but they've definitely, as you say, Weez, they chose a side. They definitely chose a side.
Ooh. Hell yeah, they definitely roll with Adam Gase on this one. But 100%, man, you got to look with the Chiefs. They rank in the top half of the league with both total rushing yards and efficiency of their running game. It prevented a full surge as far as looking for a running back, so they went ahead and went with Weezy's guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Here's the thing. Clyde Edwards-Helaire needs help. And if you have a chance to get a player, magnitude, Le'Veon Bell, who's the best running back in the entire NFL, just 3 years removed from being that, dog. Dude, And the fault, we're saying, like Weezy's saying, hey, does he still have it? He played for the Jets. Offensive line, trash. He had Sam Darnold looking like Sam Darnold was fucking a third round pick from Central Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? And as far as that play calling, Adam Gase is trash. Let's talk about Adam Gase, man. Adam Gase, this is what he did in a half. Listen, a year and a half, Adam Gase took this job. He shipped off Jamal Adams, Hall of Famer, for sure. Ruined Le'Veon Bell, which is a top 3 running back just 3 years ago, and made Sam Darnold look like, I don't even want to say. But, dude, and that's just in a year and a half. I remember us sitting on this exact show and saying, I ain't gonna lie, Sam Darnold, he'll be all right. He just needs some weapons. The problem is Adam Gase, and he will be fired very shortly. But with back to Le'Veon Bell, he's a complimentary piece, not the show. The Chiefs will hope to find a way to unlock him, and I think Eric Bieniemy will do that for sure.
Yeah, this was good for the Chiefs, man. Like you said, with Clyde Edwards, he has his moments, but he's struggled in the red zone. On 7 touches in the red zone, he's only scored once. That's what Le'Veon Bell is going to be able to excel and help them, because the backs backing up Clyde Edwards, they're not really it. So you get Le'Veon there, it just gives you another dimension to that offense.
All right. Let's move on to sport we don't talk about a lot here on FSP. The Octagon. Conor McGregor will return to the UFC in, some may say late 2020, but it's looking like early 2021 to fight Dustin Poirier. Now, if that thing sounds familiar, they fought before in 2014, and McGregor won by a first-round TKO at UFC 178. McGregor is now 22-4. You may recall we covered his retirement earlier this year. He said he was done. That was the 3rd time in 4 years that he's retired. But McGregor says he's back for the UFC, and his next fight after apparently Dustin, or if he's assuming he wins against Dustin, he said his next fight is going to be against Manny Pacquiao. Are we here for this, guys? What are we doing?
Nah. Does anybody ever retire anymore that really means it in the boxing, in the fighting world? No.
Not really.
Yeah. No. So I mean, you with these like Conor McGregor, I don't think nothing but are they broke? You know what I'm saying? Or do they just need the money? Or why you keep saying I don't get it?
Yeah, I think McGregor just wants to fight, man. I think he made it clear at that point. He's frustrated that he fought the last time in January, and it was 40 seconds. So I think he's itching to get back into the octagon. He also recognizes he's a bigger draw than the actual belt is. So I think he'll be confident because he already beat this guy's ass before. It's a clear win, and it's an easy chance for him to get back at a title shot. So this will be easy work. He'll bring in $20 million. He's the show at UFC, and it's easy money for him, man.
Yeah, once a fighter, you're always a fighter, man. That itch never leaves them. But at some point, they realize, okay, yeah, I'm too old. I can't do this anymore. But he hasn't gotten to that point. The one thing I'm not here for, though, I do not want to see him fight Manny Pacquiao. Please don't do that.
Yeah, Coach, I don't think nobody's here for that. But apparently, just like him and Floyd, people, I had someone tell me they like Conor McGregor's fighting style this week, boxing style. So
you gotta stop talking to people that you talk to, Jeff. You be talking to some dumbass people, dog. What the hell?
I could avoid this conversation. This was this was just somebody just randomly talking to me. I was like, you do a sports show? Yeah. What do you think about Conor McGregor's boxing? Man, that was the most random thing I've ever heard. But all right, but
you gotta hit him with the walk off.
Yeah, for sure. Or you just grab the phone. Hold up, bro. Yeah, what you doing? No, my bad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit him with that. That works. It
still works.
That still works
every time.
Especially when you got AirPods, you just be like,
oh, lifesavers.
Oh my God.
Lifesavers.
For sure.
Y'all ready for halftime?
Let's get it, man.
Let's do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, in case you missed it, Ty Lue will become the next head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers. Lue and the Clippers agreed to a 5-year deal. Lou had significant support from many key players on the Clippers and plans on adding Chauncey Billups to his staff. Lou's deal is believed to be approximately $35 million over 5 years or $7 million annually. Is this a good replacement for Doc Rivers?
I like it. I think it's smart. Ty Lue deserves a job. He deserves a championship level job. He's a championship level coach, has the respect of the players. It's a great pickup by the Clippers.
That's my only thing. We're gonna really find out if he has respect of the players with this team. We're gonna put that all to the test.
Yeah, they definitely gonna see. I think he is. He's young enough where he can relate to him a little more. He'll do some things differently than Doc did, just because Doc is an old school guy. Even though Doc is a player's coach, it's just some stuff he just can't relate to because he's so much older, shall I say? But I'm glad Tyrone got this job, and I'm anxious to see how he's gonna do.
You're on mute.
Yeah, I got it. This is the thing, though, y'all. All right, he backdoored David Blatt, got the Cleveland job. Now, is he backdooring Doc to get this job? I'm saying it just looked crazy. Hey,
No, he didn't backdoor Doc. They fired
Doc.
They fired Doc.
Mutually.
The owner was mad at Doc.
You watch it.
Why are you shooting the messenger? Y'all shooting the messenger.
No,
I'm asking a question.
You asked it like you felt like
you twisted that one. You twisted that one around.
Hey, does lightning strike twice? Is all
I think it's just succession. I think Doc set this up himself. I think Doc had this place set up. Like
both of y'all got conspiracy theories going on.
I mean, if you're not hiring those coaches, like Doc wants a coaching tree. He wants a coaching tree like NFL coaches you see all the time, like a Belichick having a coaching tree. Doc wants something like that too. His assistant, he had all-star assistants. He had Sam Cassell, Tyronn Lue.
He had some guys though. Tibbs is a guy too. Woodson. He had some guys.
So I think Doc just wanted to have a succession tree. That's all.
Here's the thing: what Ty got to fix, not X's and O's. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's chemistry. It's getting that locker room together. Throughout the year, they said that clearly it was a fight in the playoffs with Montrez and Paul George. Then when Paul George said at the end of the season, talking about it wasn't a one and done season, it wasn't all in, that was met with a lot of eye rolls. And then you got Kawhi living in San Diego. He's not being held accountable for the same standards as everybody else. In the bubble, the Clippers lack grit. They need to get that back. That's Ty Lue's number one job, is to get that team together and manage those personalities. X's and O's will come together when you got great players.
The thing is, we don't talk about this too much. To me, and y'all may not agree, the thing about this is their two best players aren't their leaders. That's a problem.
It's a problem.
In the NBA. That's a problem. Your two best players aren't your leaders. And this is, one of the few times that Kawhi's been in a situation where he's had to be the leader. Like in Toronto, you still had to respect the Kyle Lowry, people who've been there, Serge Ibaka, people who've been there for a while. With the Clippers, all right, bro, this your team. And you don't want to talk to nobody. And Paul George is Paul George.
Paul George is Paul George. Paul George is Paul George. Ain't no question about that.
I agree, Jeff.
Pack him up. Is Paul George still top 10?
No.
I thought he was on outskirts of top 10 whenever you used to say that.
Hey, I think he's number 11 now.
I don't think he that high. That's high.
No. Wait now.
You gotta go off this season. You can't go off what happened before that.
Coach, even with this season, boy averaged 24. Like, don't do that.
That's still ain't, come on, 10?
10. I said he's 11.
11 is high. And it's not even a slight against him.
There's not 10 players, bro, that you're not picking before Paul George.
We got to talk about that off air.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get started.
Tough.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the GOAT show, and that is the greatest of their era. Doing this the NBA edition. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Locke, throughout NBA history, we've often seen one or two players seemingly dominate the league for a decade. These guys were the face of the league, the most impactful players, and simply the best talent in the world at their respective times. Now, when it comes to ranking the greatest players ever, analyzing a player's impact during that era is arguably the most important thing. As we approach 2020, seeing how the NBA season will start, it's time to look back. which players in their era were the best during that time. We will be breaking down the 1990s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. So it wouldn't be FSP or show that we're doing without a criteria. Jeff, give out the criteria. You're on mute.
Your face was hilarious.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we got a criteria with this guy. So we had to make it, can't just be throwing out random stuff. So you got to have some accolades, as they say, some scoring titles, some all NBA teams, throw in a couple of defensive players of the year, maybe an MVP or two, definitely a finals MVP. Guys, let's keep that in mind. Finals MVP matters for you guys out there. Okay.
Relax, Jeff.
All right. And some NBA titles as well. Your team's got to be able to do a little something as well. So that's our criteria. Scoring titles, all NBA teams, defensive players of the year, MVPs, finals MVPs, NBA titles.
All right, man. So we're going. We're gonna start with the 1990s, man. The GOATs. G.O.T.E.
Give me kick this one off since.
Give me some time, Weezy. The GOATs of the 1990s, starting with the 1990s. Let's kick it off with you, Weezy. What you got?
Well, the 1990s. This one should be unanimous. This is the easy one, so that's why I wanted to go
first. You think
so? 1990s? Yeah, it should be pretty easy. Michael Jordan. Six NBA championships. MVP, defensive player of the year the same year. 6 finals MVPs. 2 3-peats. Never went to a game 7. Do I need to say more? Made a movie called Space Jam. Michael Jordan, man.
The 90s is a weird space because you factor in, you got the Jordan years, cool. You got the Rockets years, and you kind of got the start of who I have as my, next decade's, GOAT of his era. But I think when you break it all the way down with the accolades and the team success, like Weezy said, as far as NBA titles and 6 finals MVPs. Remember, finals MVPs matter, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind as we progress in this argument.
Hey, as we talk about that, Jeff, you don't have to. That's not the only thing in the world. Some of the best players in the world don't have finals MVPs. You got Jerry West, who's the fucking logo, and he's won 1 finals, but he's won a finals MVP. He won a finals MVP, didn't even win the damn championship.
That was great. Yeah. LeBron should have that too, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, so I do agree with Weezy with everything he said. It should be Michael Jordan for the 90s. You can make a case for other people. I'm pretty sure my esteemed panel is going to do so, but I'm going to go with Michael Jordan for everything Weezy said.
You're right, Jeff. There are a couple of people that you could make an argument for, but I'm not going to waste the people's time. You got to give it to Jordan, man. No need for me to read the accolades that you guys already mentioned. The one that was not mentioned, though, he's the only player in history ever to win the NBA MVP regular season, All-Star MVP, and Finals MVP in the same year. Only player ever do that.
That's a big boy stat. That's
sure.
That's a whew.
All-American.
That's how you do it. It's tough, man. Akeem Olajuwon was tough in this era. I think he's one of the greatest offensive and defensive players in NBA history. I think he's the best center that ever played the game.
Agreed.
He also took advantage of Michael Jordan leaving the NBA and completely dominated for a couple of seasons. But you got to go with Jordan. It's very difficult not to do that. The most dominant, greatest player in the 90s probably we've ever seen. Just simply dominated the league with scoring and the drive to win, man. So everything that you said, you got to go with Mike for the 90s. But I think who's second in that 100% is Akeem Olajuwon. It's not even close. It's close. It's close. Karl Malone was tough.
Yeah, Karl Malone make an argument, man.
You can make an argument with Karl Malone. You can make an argument even with John Stockton. Don't be disrespectful. So yeah, he was a part of that. There's no Malone without Stockton. So
yeah, but two MVPs for Karl.
Yeah, Karl's tough in that for sure.
Yes.
But I mean, shit. I mean,
it's an argument, but it's not.
Patrick Ewing had a lot to say in that era.
Who that?
Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Pat didn't win shit though, Coach.
You know what hurt Pat, Coach? Is
just name a bunch of
had his shot.
What'd you say, Jeff?
I said what hurts Pat is that he played Olajuwon and lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of hurts Pat.
Yeah. Team, though, I think the best offensive and defensive player in NBA history. It's not even close. Let's move along to the 2000s. Now, again, let's go with this. Now, everybody has their own person for each era. Mm-hmm. And the era starts in the year 1990 to 1999. Then we pick this up in 2000 all the way to 2010. So moving right along to 2000, right?
2009, right? 2009.
Yeah, because
2000 to 2009.
Got 90 to 99, 2000 to 2009,
2010 to 2019.
I mean,
that matters.
2010?
That matters.
10 goes.
I went 2010, but you know.
I went because we stopped at 99.
Yeah, that'd be like going 90 to 2000.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
But when you count a decade, this is when the basketball season starts in 99 to 2000, though.
So why didn't we go 90 to 2000?
We had to go to 89 then.
Hell no.
So we going to
even if we went 89 to 99, it don't change. It don't change the
person. But anyway, it goes. We going 2000s. So Weezy, you can kick it off with your GOAT, greatest of the year of the 2000s.
Greatest of the year 2000. From my knowledge, I'm gonna go with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant for this one. Jeff looked at me real crazy, but from 2000 to about 2009, Kobe Bryant, like he won 5 rings. Did he not, Jeff?
He three-peated time frame. But okay, go cook though. Cook, please cook.
He three-peated. So I saw his 81-point game.
Mm-hmm.
He won. I'm not talking just accolades. He got an MVP during that decade. I saw that run when he scored 40 straight points in 9 straight games. I mean, I couldn't argue with that, but I'm pretty sure, like you say, my esteemed co-host will help me out on this argument.
It's my turn. All right. The person I'm going with won 4 championships during this time frame. Won 3 Finals MVPs during this time frame. Was first team all defense. Jay loves first team defense. Was first team defense 7 of the 10 years in this time frame. You know what happened the other 3 years, Weezy? He was second team all defense. Was first team all NBA 8 years out of the 10 years of this time frame. And a 2-time MVP. And just throwing an all-star MVP just because. Tim Duncan is the greatest of this era. Kobe's great. Kobe's amazing. Kobe's 2. But 1 is Tim Duncan.
Duncan only got 2 Finals MVPs through that era.
Which one's it? Okay, so you're taking away 99.
Just saying.
Okay. He still won 03, 06, and 07. And Kobe won what Finals MVP during this time frame?
He won 2.
No, that second one was in 2011, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He didn't win no MVPs in this one because Shaq won all those.
He won a Finals MVP in 2009. Don't do that. It's 1 Finals MVP during that era. If we count that shit, it's 1.
2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
Like Jeff mentioned, there are a couple of people you can go with this. Tim Duncan definitely had the accolades, the wins, the awards, however you want to say it. You could even throw Shaq in there, but I think Shaq's later years hurt him because he came into the league a little earlier. So with that, I did give it to Kobe. You know, he showed that he could lead the team without Shaq for them 2 years, one of those 2. He averaged 28, 6, 5, and 1.2. 4-time NBA champion, like you mentioned, 1-time NBA Finals MVP, 2000 NBA MVP in 2008, 10-time All-Star, 3-time NBA All-Star Game MVP, 2-time scoring champion, and 8-time All-NBA First Team, 2-time All-NBA Team, 2005 All-NBA Third Team, 6-time NBA Defensive Team. So, I mean, Kobe did it, man. He just did it the right way. Like the stuff Weezy mentioned, the whole 81s and going on that tear was unheard of.
Yeah, we can go through a couple of people with this. Shaq, He was good. He was the most dominant from 2000 to 2003. And then that's when that shit was over with. But the thing is with him, he only got one MVP, just like Kobe Bryant. Shaq was dominant. One of the most dominant players in NBA history, but his shit started in 1992. So he's at the downslide of his career. Tim Duncan, I think Tim Duncan is second on this for sure. He's the most consistent player on the most consistent team. But Kobe Bryant through this era is not playing with any other Hall of Famers but Pau Gasol and Shaquille O'Neal. Right?
Robert Ory?
Well, you can't just butt Paul Gasol.
People, what I'm saying, though.
Shaq.
And Pau Gasol is super late. You know what I'm saying? And he only played with Shaq at the beginning of that peak game. That entire time he played with Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, two Hall of Famers the entire time. So in turn with that, it's times when I saw a person steal a Finals MVP from Tim Duncan. Is that not true?
That only happened one time during this era, Jay.
I'm just saying.
One time.
I'm just
Kobe,
saying.
It happened to Kobe 3 times.
No, it wasn't a person. Here's the thing, though. Kobe did that shit by himself for 2 years. Him and Pau Gasol, and I think that is what puts Kobe Bryant above him now.
He had Ron Artest on that team too, Jay.
Ron Artest is not a Hall of Famer, and that was on the second. That was on the second championship. So since we counting errors, I mean, you got to roll with that criteria. So
our criteria. Don't say that.
And on top of that, Coach, go ahead.
My bad, Jay. The only reason I didn't pick Tim Duncan never won a back-to-back title. They never won back-to-back.
Never in his fucking career yet.
If you're basing it on back-to-backs, then you got to give it to Shaq. Because Shaq was the most dominant player on that 3P team.
I'm just telling you.
We're talking about that was a 3-year run, Jeff. It's how many years are we counting? We're counting 10 years, family.
Well, I'm just going off what Weezy just said about Duncan never won back-to-back.
He didn't.
He won 4.
Yeah, but if it goes, Michael Jordan won 3 in a row. Kobe won 3-peated. I mean, we can't
That's
say era.
No. He went 3-peat and then went back-to-back. And then, come on, don't do that. Don't do
one
that.
One of Duncan's was 99, though, wasn't it?
Duncan's was 99. Yeah, one of his was 99.
I mean, he never went back to. They never went back. They win a lot, but they never went back-to-back.
Yeah, no, for sure. And somebody took a Finals MVP from him, and he's the leader of the team. Shaq.
Remember you said that.
I'm just saying that that's what we're talking about, right? That's what we're talking about, right? So Kobe Bryant for sure.
Leader of the team.
Dude, what's that?
I'm saying Shaq was leader of the team now.
No, Shaq has always been a leader of the team, right? There was 1A, 1B.
Oh, nah.
He got there in 1992. He got in the league in 92, got to the Lakers in 96.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be seniority, right?
I'm just saying, when I say that all the time, you give me crazy.
No, what I always say is, hey, they not getting those rings without Kobe Bryant, dog.
Oh, yeah. Mike didn't get those rings without Scottie Pippen. You're absolutely right.
No, what I'm saying, and it wasn't like he was in those finals averaging 14 points a game.
No,
he's averaging 28.
We always say that.
No, okay. I was just saying. But, just throughout what Kobe Bryant did throughout that decade, set the precedent. And there's no question he's the best player of the 2000s. It's not even close. Not even close.
Wow.
I wouldn't say it's not close.
No, it's not close. It's not close. It's not close.
In your opinion.
He's playing with 3 guys, bro, that are Hall of Famers, bro. It's 3 Hall of Famers on the team. Ain't nobody in none of these eras is 3 Hall of Famers on none of these teams other than LeBron James, and we're going to talk about that. Is it not 3 Hall of Famers in Miami?
Well, that's a
lot of help. That's a lot of motherfucking help. Jordan didn't need 3 Hall of Famers.
Jordan had 3 Hall of Famers. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, come on, man. Let's not rain on this parade before we even get there. Let's not do that.
I said Jordan had 3 Hall of Famers.
No,
he didn't?
Dennis Rodman was a Hall of Famer. But what I'm saying is it's not the type of Hall of Famer that I'm referring to with what I'm saying, bro. It's a different type of Hall of Famer.
I don't want to shortchange Dennis Rodman like that.
Come on, let's go. Let's move
on to the 2010s, man.
Put your on, y'all. My bad, Jay. Go ahead.
By 2010, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I'm gonna go with LeBron King James. 10 straight. I mean, not 10 straight, but 10 NBA Finals. He's done won 4 of them. 4-time MVP.
10 NBA finals in this era?
Well,
that ain't true.
No, not in this era for sure. But I mean, that's part of his. Shit, he got me. If he gonna talk, he put your gloves on, Jeff, because he come to play. Golly, that threw me off right there. Move, y'all go ahead, Jeff.
I got you, Weez. Don't worry about it. Yeah, he got within the 2010s because we're doing this from 2010 now to 2020 now, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's a decade.
That's what we're doing, right? Just making sure I'm with this.
So with this season, so we counting the bubble season too? Because they played 2 seasons this year.
I'm asking.
They played 2 seasons this year.
See?
They didn't play no 2 seasons. See? They didn't count it as 2 seasons, Jack.
You got to count it. It's part of the 2020 season.
They didn't count it as 2 seasons.
I'm just saying, y'all were giving me trouble about a championship that happened with Kobe that played into the 2010 season.
Was that part of that season, though?
Yeah, when they crowned the champions in 2011.
But Jay, they couldn't finish the season because they had a deadly disease coming in the damn world.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Look, man, we can go through all the accolades and all that. Fine. This is a generational talent. Been in the spotlight since he was in high school. Fast forward to this decade we're talking about right now. Depending on who you ask and when you cut it off, he has what? Olympic gold medals, got that. All-Star MVPs, got that. MVPs of his own should have more than what he has, but he got 2 of those, I believe. He got 2 of those within this time frame. No, I'm sorry, 3 of those within this time frame.
The travesty is the most dominant person that you talked about. Shaquille O'Neal only got 1. Kobe Bryant got 1. So I just don't understand. So if we're gonna do this now, we have to make sure that we are quantifying the power and the strength of certain awards, because throughout the 2010s or the 2000s, Steve Nash got 2 MVPs and he wasn't mentioned.
So those are horse crap MVPs. Like
what I'm saying is, don't make the MVP this grand thing, and a person won 2 back to back, and you calling it horse shit.
I love it when you make my arguments for me, because I know who you're going to pick, and his MVPs are horse crap then. That's what we're doing. But what I'm saying is, some people got LeBron fatigue. That LeBron deserves more than 5 MVPs. Hell, it's not this. It's year 17, and it's still not a better player in the league than LeBron.
You saying Kobe didn't deserve any in the 2000s?
We can sit here and argue that. We can split Nash's 2 between him and Duncan if we want to be technical. If we
and Shaq, dog. Him and Shaq.
No.
Him and Shaq, dog. Duncan got 2 MVPs, dog.
Duncan could have 3. What I'm saying is the 2 that Nash got can be split. Just to be real. But we're talking about a whole different decade right now. It's LeBron James. Minus all the accolades, all the first team, all NBAs. We can go into all that. But you know one thing that he did that no one else ever done? He was down 3-1 to a team that was 73-9. One of the greatest teams that was ever put together, greatest teams we ever saw. And he spearheaded the comeback and won the championship over the team that was 73-9 and had a godforsaken unanimous MVP on it. LeBron James.
You got to go with LeBron James, man. Career in this decade, he averaged 26, 7.6 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1.5 steals, 53% from the field, 36% from the field goals. Weezy, the stat you were trying to get to was he went to 8 straight finals appearances during this time. 3 champions, 4 if you include this year. Like Jeff mentioned, all the accolades. We haven't seen this before. He came into the league with all the pressure of the world on him, and he overachieved that pressure. We never thought we would see what we are seeing from LeBron James, especially in year 17. The things he does. Yes, he went to the Heat, the Heatles. He had my boy Dwayne Wade, he had Chris Bosh. But look at what he did with those teams in Cleveland. There's not too many people that could take that Cleveland team and do the things that he did.
The Cleveland shit was in the last era, though, Doc.
In the 90s?
It was in the 2000s.
Not the championship Cleveland team.
The early ones was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying with that Cleveland team, you're talking about that Cleveland team that Jeff's favorite basketball player plays for, and Kevin Love, who's an Hall of Famer. So All right.
Kevin Love a Hall of Fame is a stretch.
Kevin Love is a Hall of Famer, first ballot. That ain't no question about that. Pack that shit up.
But you gotta go with LeBron James, right?
Wait, nobody's gonna say nothing about that? Like nobody's gonna let that ride?
Kevin Love is a Hall of Famer, dog. He's a 10-time All-Star, bro. He's a 10-time All-Star, bro.
I don't know if
a
he'll
max
be first
contract player, and he got 2.
I don't know if he'll be first ballot, but he'll be All-Star. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
If Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Famer.
All right. But you know what helps Tracy McGrady? He was number 1 on his team.
So LeBron James, everything that you guys said, man, 100%. One of the most, if you bring in his career, 17 years, he'll play 20 years like Kobe did. He is unquestionably one of the most prominent players in NBA history, not even close. What he did, things of that nature. In the earlier parts of those decades, he played with 2 really good teams. So the early part of that decade, he played with the Cleveland. He did play with the Miami Heat, right? He had hella Hall of Famers with him, right? Goes to Cleveland, figures it out, gets a championship, does what he's supposed to do. Then he goes to LA at the end, sets out a year, Rex gives back, and now he's playing for championships again. The help that he had pales into comparison to what we're talking about. With all of those players that he played with, from Chris Bosh to Dwayne Wade, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis. That's a total, 5 Hall of Famers? No question, right? It's a lot of help. That's the most help in NBA history, y'all.
Don't y'all let him do this.
It's my list. Who list this? It's my list. It's my person of the era.
Let's go. So who's your GOAT?
So then you move right along to Stephen Curry, right? In the early part of the 2010s, he wasn't an all-star caliber player. He dramatically improved once Mark Jackson got there and got going. Steph came into the league, I want to say, in 2009. So he didn't really get his feet rolling until got a little later in that, but ended up getting unanimous MVPs. He's a scoring champion, steals leader, things of that nature. The best player of the 2010 decade, to me, is Kevin Durant. He's a 4-time scoring champion, 6-time All-NBA performer. Everything, all the criteria that we talk about, Kevin Durant knocks those out of the park. All-Star MVP, whatever the name may be, and he has 2 Finals MVPs in that era. Was he the best player on the best team? Yeah. And it just so happens to be that he played with the Golden State Warriors. But I think Kevin Durant, what he did, the way he dominated throughout the decade, I got to go with KD.
Has he not played with 2 Hall of Famers?
Yeah. LeBron beat him.
KD?
LeBron beat him.
3. I'm sorry.
LeBron beat who?
Kevin Durant. Twice.
In what?
The finals.
Beat him once.
No, he beat him.
He beat who? He beat Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
LeBron James ain't never beat Kevin Durant.
He wasn't. He beat that Warriors team. Kevin Durant wasn't on that.
No. Oklahoma City made the finals. Oklahoma City made the finals. That was his first championship was over Oklahoma City.
You know what he did? You know, he was 12 years old on that, dog. So we count that when LeBron James got swept by the Spurs in the decade prior?
He just bringing up this truth, Jay. That's all
we can't get to mention what's happening out the decade, like you told me with that Cleveland.
No, I'm saying that was in the last decade. That we ain't even bringing that up. I'm not studying that. That was in a totally different era. This is what I'm saying.
What did KD do before?
Can I say something?
Before he left OKC.
You said LeBron played with 5 Hall of Famers.
Throughout his career, yeah, for sure.
Steph, Clay, Draymond, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. Those are 5 lockdown. Ain't no question Hall of Famers. Ain't no question Hall of Famers.
Real quick, though. Okay.
Not one question.
When he was the best player on that team, though, think about when he played with Westbrook.
What about
Think about that.
What about it? The year Golden State, the year that they lost 3-1, they were up 3-1 on Golden State with KD the best player. Then Draymond got in his ear and then he went to Golden State. You know that, right? You know that, right? The year before he left Oklahoma City, they were up 3-1 on the Warriors. They had them beat.
Russell Westbrook ran him away from OKC.
Not arguing that. I'm just saying
James Harden was a sixth man on that team. You have to look at where the players' trajectory was when they played together. James Harden was not he got traded for fucking pennies to the Rockets. They gave him away.
They panicked.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but you count.
No. When Kevin Love was Kevin Love, Kevin Love was at the top of his career. When Kyrie Irving was Kyrie Irving,
but you
at the top of his
10-time
career.
All-Star, so you
they drafted Kyrie, by the way.
We still count Kevin Love when he was at Minnesota. You still counting that? You said 10-time All-Star. He ain't been in Cleveland in 10 years.
What the question was Kevin Love a Hall of Famer? That's all we was talking about.
We knew Russell Westbrook was going to be just as good when he was playing with Kevin Durant.
We knew Russell Westbrook was going to be an MVP, but he was not. Yes. Bro, come on, man. Get the fuck.
I did.
Nobody, bro.
You didn't think Russell Westbrook was going to be a great player when he's playing with KD?
Yeah, MVP, bro. You have to look at people when you look at the all-time teams of when they're players. You go on NBA 2K right now, and you look at that team. Russell Westbrook was an 84 on that team, bro. That's not a Hall of Famer.
You can say the same thing about Steph. When Steph was early, did you think he was going to be an MVP?
What we're talking about is when they're playing, bro. When KD played with Steph,
he played with an MVP. Exactly. Steph was an MVP. He was an
MVP caliber player. Then Russell Westbrook was not.
So that's the point. KD was playing with a MVP caliber player when he
was. He got better as he got older. Coach, he was not an MVP. You think James Harden's an MVP caliber player when he played with the Thunder?
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Steph. KD played with Steph when Steph was an MVP.
Yeah, Jay, if you count all LeBron's help, you got to count all KD's help too.
You have to look at him when he played with them, were they the player that they ended up being? LeBron James played with those guys at their peak. Was Russell Westbrook at the peak of his career when he played with KD?
Yes. Yeah, hold on, wait.
The next year,
the next year he won the MVP. The next year he won the MVP. KD left, and the very next year, Russ wins the MVP. What are you saying? That was the year he first started the triple-double run, was the year they was up 3-1 on the Golden State Warriors.
Bro, and then he did not win MVP the year he left from KD, bro.
Yes, he did, Jay. Yes, he did. The very next year he won. KD left them. They in the Western Conference Finals. KD left them, and Russ averaged a triple-double the next year. The now I do what I want year and won the MVP.
No.
I think was it that
double
year?
Hold on. Stop, Weez. Double or nothing. What I owe you 2 dinners. Double them 2 dinners.
I'm not betting it. All I'm saying is what we have to look at is if a person was Kyrie the best. Was Kyrie playing his best basketball playing with LeBron James?
Some of it, yes. No doubt.
Come on, man.
No doubt. I'm agreeing with you.
Was KD playing his best? I mean, was still playing his best ball when he playing with KD?
Yeah, bro. What are you talking about? Yes. So what are you what? Yes.
Russell Westbrook won MVP 2016-2017 year. That was the year KD went to Golden State.
Oh man, that's my guy, man.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. But what I'm saying is, I'm not taking away nothing from his MVP. You know how many people have won MVPs and things of that nature? He's not gonna be that. He should have won that shit that year anyway. He was an 8 seed. That is a questionable MVP.
It was a 6 seed, not an 8 seed. It was a 6 seed.
I don't see how you just say LeBron is not the player of the 2010s.
Hey, when they matched up against each other, LeBron got the best. He's 2-1 against KD when they played.
So shouldn't that give the argument to LeBron?
What?
You meant to say 2-1 KD over LeBron.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, KD is 2-1. That's what I meant. My bad.
Oh, I was like.
Yeah, he's 2-1.
How's he 2-1?
The 2 years when it was a super duper team. But it was
they beat Cleveland.
They did.
4-1 both times.
They did. They sure
Gentleman
did.
sweep.
They sure did. Now it was 4-0 one of them years.
So if you look at it's definitely 4-0. So if you look at it, I mean, what are we talking about?
KD is a very
he won
good
4
two.
scoring titles during that era, dog. 4.
Great,
All
J-Bo.
NBA performer, all stars, all-star game MVPs, everything y'all talking about, the accolades.
I give you that they were
during them times that he beat him 2-1. Who was better, Steph or Kyrie?
Oh my, oh shit.
Steph.
So what are we talking about? That's why he had the better person to go along with him.
He's the greatest shooter in NBA history.
So we taking away. So that's something that he can't.
Because that's what you're doing with LeBron, saying he played with the 2 best players in Dwayne Wade.
But them boys got beat like that, and he had help, dog. He had help. You act like LeBron doing that shit by himself, like Kobe did with Pau Gasol. He made Pau Gasol, dog.
We're not talking about Kobe. We're talking about KD. KD did that shit with help.
I'm just giving you a person that actually made a person a dog.
That's fine, but KD did that shit with help.
Bro, he literally told Pau Gasol, hey, watch me play during the Olympics. If you don't come back with this type of intensity, we're not going to win. It was a totally different Pau Gasol the next year. Please. Probably, and I get it. That's you don't really watch Kobe Bryant like that. Just like I don't watch Russell Westbrook.
No.
I get it.
I'm not saying that's kind of insulting, but I'm not saying Paul Gasol. Kobe didn't say it to Paul Gasol. That's not what I'm saying. You said he made Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol,
you turned him into a dog. Paul Gasol was soft.
Paul Gasol was soft as a Laker.
You know what Kendrick Perkins? Crazy as hell.
Wait, we gonna be here forever. Kendrick Perkins had Paul Gasol in a trunk.
Kendrick Perkins ain't never had nobody in no trunk.
Oh, you was a damn lie. The series,
bro, he averaged 18 and 10 against them. That's in the trunk.
Before Kendrick Perkins got hurt.
Oh shit, man! Come on, man. Nah, you talking about when Kendrick Perkins got hurt and shit. Nah.
Kendrick Perkins had Paul Gasol locked up. Told him to his face, middle of the game. Told him to his face, middle of the game, I got you locked up, live on TV.
Yeah, I get that. 18 and 10?
Told him to his face.
18 and 10, and that's locked up? No, locked up is some situations we done seen.
We got to get to these 2020s for the prediction, man. Prediction of the 2020s. Who's going to dominate that era?
Oh, this is the easiest. This is easy.
Who?
This is easy. I'll let you guys go.
I
want to get this stuff.
2020s.
Probably be good if you'd wrote that down and kind of figured out who you was gonna get.
I got Durant. Right. I got Durant having a 4-year run right here because he's coming back off an injury. He's still gonna be top tier player. So he really has a shot. So my choices were Kevin Durant, probably Luka having a very strong case as well, and my dark horse would be either Zion or Ja Morant.
My pick, because we've only had short for this time based off what he's done in just his short amount of time, is Luka, like you said. He's only been in the league 2 years. He's already been NBA All-First Team and an All-Star in his second year. And he was running for MVP that second year. If he hadn't got injured with Porzingis, we don't know what happens in the bubble with that Dallas team. If it was a fifth, I know we all say that, but they were looking damn good before them boys got injured. But he's only going to get better with time. So with him being so young, and I don't know how even though Kevin Durant, I know he's 7 feet, so he doesn't have to get to his spot, but that injury could still be tricky. So I got to go with Luke on this.
Yeah, it's a kid playing in Los Angeles, man. Just playing with LeBron James for the next couple of years. He's only 27 years old. His name's Anthony Davis. He's going to get some help. He might not stay in LA, probably go to Chicago, make them a winner. Anthony Davis is poised to be a perennial All-Pro, Hall of Famer trajectory. He's going to be benefited by playing with LeBron James. It's not going to be a situation where he's going to have to do everything by himself. And then by the time he has to be by himself, he'll probably have Dame Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, a couple of players with him, Brad Beal, that can get that can keep the train moving. So I think Anthony Davis, him being 27 right now, going on to 28, will be the best player of the 2020s.
I just hope he can stay healthy.
He's right there in front of him.
Yeah,
right there in front of
him. Healthy.
Luka for sure. I don't think Luka will have enough help for the first 5 years of this decade, and he's gonna run into Anthony Davis. So yeah, give me. And y'all know Luka's my guy. But Yep.
Anthony Davis didn't. Well, they gonna get him. If they get him help, he gotta get their help because he didn't.
I know they're gonna get him some help because he has Rich Paul behind him, which will force teams to help you out, like how they did with LeBron James.
Let's rule the world, baby.
Hey, that's what he did. He changed the narrative of playing by yourself and forcing teams to help you, because KG sat and ruined his career playing in Minnesota. Had a lot of players go through that, man. So to see the fact of what Rich Paul and LeBron James did for the NBA and just player and power movement, man, as far as a career, man, it's insane what he did, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, man. We will post questions about this on IG to see if people can vote on this. And we have 2 people for each decade. We got KD and LeBron James for the 2010s. We have Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant for the 2000s. And we have Michael Jordan versus Hakeem Olajuwon for the 90s. Let us know. You guys can get in on this vote. We will discuss it on our live coming up this week as well. So, yeah, man, that's fun. It was good.
Another
good stuff. Yeah, no, for sure. It's a little tricky, you know. People have their favorites. You gotta play your favorites. For sure. And you have people that people hate too. If hey, we can stretch this out a little bit.
Wrap it up.
My boy, 2 years. My boy finna get 2 more rings, so he'll have 5. Most definitely. And my boy, I'm talking about Steph Curry, for sure. Tweet us with the questions. What's that? No, we know. Okay, my bad. Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
Damn right, Jeff. Wheezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Sure. Coach Locke.
Get a drummer song.
Sure. The revolution will be podcasting. Cameraman, we are out.
For listening to the Full Sport Press podcast page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.